Oh, bogies. Gonna be a short night tonight, that's for sure, because it's Friday and loads of things going on. But first thing I need to do is try and fix the hoover that I seem to have blocked. So do that first. Okay, now I've fixed the hoover, I want to give the boot a bit of a hoover out, grind off some of the welds where I did some welding earlier from underneath, and then get some extra prime on it, and also we can get the bolts for the rear subframe that I bought because I was missing a couple of the short ones or got used somewhere else. Alright, so let's give it a hoover out and get it cleaned up a bit. Okay, that's got a bit of extra primer on the bare metal bits, and then the galvanised sheet at the bone. Not that you need extra primer, I don't think, but maybe you do to help. Do that. Just a little bit I'm missing there. Okay. Yeah, so I'll let that dry off and come back later. Just had a few comments about my brake spanner, just in case you've never seen it before. They're ideal for brakes, obviously, and the design, that's why they're called a brake spanner. But yeah, basically they have a slot in them, so you can actually get over a brake pipe if you're going onto a normal union. Let me go get it. Okay, got one back here. So basically, yeah, imagine that was already into the brake hose. You pop that on, and then that goes over the thing, and you can undo it. What the benefit is of a brake spanner is, not only does I know a normal hammer spanner has a slot, it has an extra little edge on each bit, so it just gives you an extra grip and onto that last edge of the nut, and it really does help. So many times you just use a normal spanner and you can just round these off, especially if you're trying to get the old ones off. So I had this for years, didn't cost me much. Again, definitely worth getting. You get like an 11mm and a 10mm on either side, obviously if it's metric, but the 11mm fit the 7/16. So yeah, definitely worth getting. Good for the toolbox and cheap. Next part of the video, I wasn't planning on just sanding down. Oh, my mat's wet. It's got nothing to do with me, it's the rain, honest. Sanding down the door pockets, but I can't find my sander. It's been so long since I've actually done any sanding, it's just disappeared. So what I'm going to do is, I think we're nearly ready for the sealing done, so I'm just going to do some sealing instead. I wasn't going to seal around the bottom of the pockets anyway, just in my head for some reason I just didn't want to do it. So yeah, we'll get on and do some sealing in other places so it's all ready for painting. And that's mostly with the evening gone, but let's give it a go. Alright, I've just sealed the floor. So I'm just going to move on to the back now into the boot because I've got a little bit of sealant left. I think it should be just enough to do the boot. So let's do that. It's a bit windy out, I need to open the door. Okay, a little bit Blair Witch project for lighting here. Yeah, let's get some sealing on the inside. Sorry if it's very dark, but I'm not opening the door. That's a stuck. Sorry everyone. Torch stuck. So that's a suitable place to finish off. Sealed the boot in the dark nearly. No light down this end of the garage. So I think that would be it for tonight. We can then let that dry off overnight, and then we can try and find my orbital sander, which I've lost, sand off the bins, and then technically we're ready for some paint. I'm thinking of doing the boot in hammerite at the moment, just because it's a bit more hard wearing, tyres getting chucked in there. It's going to have carpet anyway inside over, you know, when you have a boot floor or whatever. So I'm thinking of doing, as I said, so we'll do the boot in smooth white. I don't see a problem with that. And then we'll just do the inside with cellulose once we've prepped it all, but that'll be tomorrow if we can do that. So okay everyone, have a good Friday night. Sorry if it's a little bit of a short video, but I've just done some, which is all good. So we move on to the next day. Bye, Blair Witch. Whoa.